Well, welcome. I'm assuming people will join us a little late today, but that's okay. I'll just talk a bit. Oh, here we go. So this week's theme is, our topic is the idea of expansion in terms of expanding our awareness or our relationship to everything around us. And for those of you who've been in my in-person classes, I'm going to do a meditation today that we've done before that is a little kind of visualization of that connection. And I came to this idea to revisit this idea because I just watched a film over the weekend on a quantum physicist, Richard Bohm, who studied under Robert Oppenheimer and was a colleague of Einstein's. And he kind of got ostracized from the scientific community because he, in looking at quantum theory and different aspects of it, felt that something was missing that would bring it all together. Niels Bohr and Albert Einstein had very different ideas of how quantum physics worked, and Bohm thought he could bring it all together. His idea was that there was some kind of underlying almost intelligence or process to the universe out of which everything arises. And it came really close to being kind of a spiritual concept. And he actually consulted with Krishnamurti, who is an Indian kind of philosopher, teacher, mystic, and later in his life with the Dalai Lama, who has a love for trying to mix science and spirituality. So anyway, because of that, because he was treading into this other area outside of hard science, he was dismissed. But I think his ideas would be more and more accepted these days as we understand more about the way the universe works, the way energy works, and as the West becomes more accepting of things like yoga and acupuncture and all these things that work on the physical and the energetic. So anyway, so that just got me thinking too. He had this idea of everything in the universe being connected through this energy. So again, something that Vedic scholars were saying thousands of years ago. So it really wasn't that new. So we will do an expansion meditation, which we've done before, to just get in touch with that idea of our being part of the universe and the universe being part of us, connected through that underlying energy. And hopefully Richard Bohm is looking down on everyone and or tapping into it and saying, well, okay, people are starting to get it. So I invite you to get comfortable in your seat, whatever that is for you, with your legs crossed or legs extended. And I welcome you to close your eyes or take a soft gaze toward the mat. And sit up tall, aligning your spine, reaching the crown of your head toward the ceiling, allowing the energy to flow through your spine. Take a couple of deep inhales and exhales to start resetting your nervous system. And then just coming back to your normal breath, bring your attention to your breathing. Inhales and exhales through your nose. Starting to calm yourself down, release anything from the day. And then slowing down your breath a little bit, just to help your nervous system reset, relax. Imagine as you inhale, you're inhaling fresh air, and as you exhale, you're exhaling any tension or tightness in your body. And then take a few deep inhales and exhales. Filling your lungs with air, expanding the lungs. And then exhaling fully. Taking a few of these deep, slow breaths. And feeling the energy coursing through your body. From the top of your head all the way out to your fingertips and down to the bottom of your feet. As you inhale and exhale more fully, begin to feel that energy running through your body. And once you feel the energy making its way through your body, and even if you can't actually feel it, just imagining it. Imagining all the protons and neutrons, electrons kind of buzzing around in every cell of your body. Then imagine yourself as one giant form of energy, which on one level you are. And imagine expanding that energetic body out to about an inch beyond the physical form of your body. So feeling that energy move out just an inch all around you. And take a moment to just enjoy this feeling. Once you feel your body expanding into this 1-inch area around you, imagine that you are expanding yourself to 12 inches beyond your physical body. So feeling your energy radiating out a foot from your physical body. And imagine that it's all the same thing, which it is. The energetic body and the physical body become just one big mass of energy radiating out about a foot wider than your physical body would be. Just to enjoy the sensation. And see if you can expand your energetic body out to 5 feet all around you. And your energy can combine with, intertwine with anything around you, so that you're melding, your energy is melding with the energy of everything around you in a 5-foot diameter around your physical body. Just enjoy the sensation that they are a part of you, that you are merely a different expression of the energy, the universal energy. And then see if you can expand your energy out to fill the entire room that you're in. Again, encompassing everything in the room. Just getting past any boundaries or concepts of those things out there being different from you. And see if you can expand out the entire building that you're in. Filling up the space with your energy, melding with the energy of the space. Then once you have taken a moment to enjoy this sensation of filling up the entire building you're in with your energy, See if you can expand your energy out, out, out into the entire universe so that you're connected with everything, everything out there, knowing that you're all made from that same universal energy and that you're just different manifestations of it. It's just a matter of how quickly the energy is oscillating. And when you do exercises like this, you can help raise your vibration, as it's called, or increase the oscillation. And know that you're exactly as you're supposed to be and where you're supposed to be. You're perfect the way you are. You're a perfect expression of the universe. And you're made of the same elements as this perfect universe. Know that everything exists within you. And start to bring your energy back into the building you're in, into the room, 5 feet from you, and an inch from you. Coming back into your body and bringing your hands to heart center. Thumb knuckles touching your chest. Just take a few breaths here. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, you can do that now. Then when you're ready, keeping your palms together, you can begin to open your eyes as you lift your hands up, palms touching. And then turn your hands out and make a circle down and around. Hands come back to heart center, reach up, palms out, down and around. Back to heart center, inhale up and exhale down and around. One last time, inhale up and exhale down. Palms together. And then reach your arms up and using your left hand, grip your right wrist and take a bend to your left. Taking a side stretch here. And release your wrist, grab your left wrist with your right hand and take a bend to the right. And then reach up, and on the exhale, twist to your right. Sitting up tall, twisting from the waist, the chest, to the neck. Using the left hand as leverage against your right knee. Breathing into this. And then inhale up and exhale to the other side. Again, sitting up tall, twisting from the waist, the shoulders, the neck. And inhale back to center. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms, reach up. Feeling a stretch in your back. Chest lifts up. Breathe into it. And then reach your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and take a little back bend here. Bring your hands to your knees, and we'll take some shoulder dips. So starting with the right shoulder, draw the right shoulder forward, and then come back, and then the left shoulder forward and back. We'll just take a few of these shoulder dips, alternating from side to side. come to stillness. Make your way forward into tabletop. So finding your alignment with your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Let's take a few cat-cows, lowering and arching the back, breathing with the movement, enjoying the sensation of this. It's very freeing for your spine. And then coming to stillness. Inhale your right arm up and exhale, thread the needle, drawing that arm under your left arm, bring your right shoulder to the mat. Option to bring your left hand to the front of the mat and stretch your left leg back, heel pressing back. Also option to bring that left hand around your right hip behind your back for a bind if you want. And if you're in the bind or if your arm is extended, bring it back under your shoulder and draw your leg back in and inhale your right arm up, opening up, and then exhale it down. Inhale your left arm up and exhale, thread the needle, bringing your left shoulder onto the mat. Option to bring your right arm forward, right leg back. Sorry, I know I'm going to get my sides wrong today, so bear with me. And option to take a bind, bringing your right hand to your left hip if you'd like. And then wherever your right hand is, bring it back under your right shoulder, and then right leg comes in. Inhale your arm up, the left arm that is, hand comes back down. We'll take a couple more cat-cows for good measure. And then tuck the toes. We're going to make our way into downward facing dog. Lifting our knees, tucking the toes, lifting the knees, lifting the hips. Downward facing dog. And headlight your feet. Shake your head yes and no. And then come to stillness. And walk your hands back towards your feet, coming into a forward fold. Grabbing opposite elbows. Sway side to side. Taking ragdoll, letting your head hang toward the mat. And then come to stillness and release your hands and slowly roll up. Reach up and exhale, hands to heart center. And inhale, reach up. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers with the opposite thumb on top of the awkward thumb. Reaching back into fold forward from the hips. Coming into a forward fold. Option to lift your hands off your lower back. And stretch in your shoulders. And then rise back up. Release your hands. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, and walk your hands forward back into downward facing dog. And you can come on your toes and look toward your hands and walk on your tiptoes up towards your hands. And lower the heels and slowly roll up. Reach up and grab your left wrist with your right hand. Bend to the right. And come back to center. Switch wrists. Left hand grabs right wrist and bend to the left. come on back to center. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to plank or tabletop. Then exhale, lower down, elbows hugging the rib cage. Inhale up to cobra or baby cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. And then step your right foot forward, followed by your left. Coming into a forward fold and roll up. Inhaling as you roll up one vertebra at a time, reaching up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Draw your hands all the way down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank or tabletop. And then lower down, elbows hugging the rib cage. Inhale up to baby cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog. And then step your left foot forward, followed by your right. Inhale, slowly roll up. Reach up, palms together, take a little back bend. And then come back to center, hands to heart center. Reach up. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step or hop back to plank. If you hop back, make sure you bend your elbows so that you don't put undue pressure on your shoulders. Lower down. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Look forward toward your hands and walk, step or hop into a forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step or walk or step back to plank or tabletop. Slowly lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back to downward facing dog. And then looking at your hands, walk, step, or hop up to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise up. Reach up. And on the exhale, before you do that, interlace your fingers like we did before, pressing your palms toward the ceiling. And sit back into chair or fierce pose. Shifting the weight onto your heels, away from your toes. And if this is too uncomfortable, you can always do regular arms up, goalpost, or hands to heart center, whatever works for you. Then straighten your legs as you fold forward, hands come to the mat. Step your right foot back, coming into a runner's lunge. And then from here, start to lower your right knee toward the mat till it's just an inch or two above the mat, so just hovering there. And then lift it up, lower it down, hover, and then rise up and lower it down, hovering above the mat, and rise up. This is really stretching the calves and the quadriceps. Okay. And then the next time you come up into a runner's lunge, rise up, reach up, coming into high crescent lunge. And bring your hands to heart center and take a twist to the left. And take an open twist, or you can bring that right elbow to the outside of the left knee for a closed twist. And then come back to center, reach up, high crescent lunge, and step the back foot to meet the front. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back. And then take that same little sequence of lowering the knee, hovering it above the mat, and then lifting it up, lowering it down and up. Knee comes down and back up. Just do this a couple more times. Stretching the hamstrings and the quadriceps. And then coming to stillness in the runner's lunge. Start to rise up, reaching the arms up, coming into a full high crescent lunge. And then bringing the hands to heart center, take a twist to your right. Elbow coming to the outside of the knee if you'd like, or taking an open twist. And then rise back up, reach up, step the back foot to meet the front. Inhale up and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step or hop back to plank or tabletop. So from here, just drawing your belly button towards your spine, engaging the core. Take a few breaths here in plank. Then we're going to make our way into side plank. So shifting your way into your left hand, lifting your right arm up, stacking or staggering the feet. And you can always have your left knee down on the mat too, if you'd like. And hand comes down. Shift your weight over into your right hand. Coming to the outer edge of your right foot. Feet are stacked or staggered. Left arm comes up. Keep lifting the hips up. And then hand comes back down. Lower down, elbows hugging the rib cage. Rise back up to cobra or baby cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. And then raise your right leg up for three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Open up to fire hydrant. Take a few circles here. And reverse the circles. Release that leg long, lower it down. Raise your left leg up. Bend the knee. Press that foot up and open the hips. Stacking the hips on this side and take some circles here. And then reverse the circles. And release that leg down. Walk your hands back towards your feet once again. Coming into a forward fold. This time grabbing your big toes with your peace fingers. Bending your knees as much as you need to bring your torso onto your thighs. And draw your head towards your feet as you bring your elbows out to the sides. Only going as deeply as makes sense for your body. Release your hands. Slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time. Draw your shoulders up towards your ears and then allow your shoulder blades to slide down your back. Palms facing in towards your thighs. Just taking a moment here in mountain pose. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet out. Shake your head, yes and no again. And then raising your left leg up. Draw your left knee in towards your chest, hold it there, and hover just for a couple of breaths. And then step your left foot forward as you pivot your right foot so that's parallel to the back of the mat, setting up for a warrior two legs, and rise up, cartwheel your arms, making your way into warrior two. Looking out over your front fingers, feeling strong in your warrior. Flip your front palm and reach up as you reach back with your right hand. Bring it to your leg, waist, or wrapping it around to your opposite hip. Coming into exalted warrior. Keep moving that left knee out. Let it collapse in. Keep pressing against the outer edge of your right foot. And then pivot your arms back to warrior two. And straighten your front knee. Reach forward and open up into triangle pose. And then lowering your right hand down to the mat. If this doesn't work for you, since we don't have blocks or anything, you can skip this. You can stay in regular triangle, but we're going to move into twisted triangle. So right hand comes to the mat, left arm comes up, twisting toward your left. And then hand comes back down, opening it one more time into triangle. Lifting the right arm up, opening into triangle. And then rise back up. Make your way into warrior two. And then reaching your arms up, pivot the back leg, coming into high crescent lunge once again. And then bring your hands to your hips and step the back foot into about 18 inches behind the front foot. Feet closer together is a little more of a balance challenge. Feet farther apart is less of a balance challenge. So we're setting up for pyramid pose. So hands on your hips, tall back, fold forward from the hips. So your torso is parallel with the ground. And then allow your hands to come down to your shins, ankles, or the floor. And allow your neck to relax, bring the crown of your head toward the mat. You should have a slight bend, a micro bend in that front knee. Or you can have more than that, but you should at least have a micro bend to keep from locking out the knee. Breathe into it. Then walking your hands forward just a little bit. Shift your weight into your front leg as you lift your back leg up. Coming into standing split. And then bending the standing knee, bring your right knee behind your left knee. And you can stay like this, or you can bring your hands to heart center for a little balance pose. And release your hands to the mat, step the back foot to meet the front, and slowly roll up. Reach out, palms together, take a little back bend, and then hands to heart center. Reach up one more time, and exhale, fold forward. Step back to downward facing dog. And raise your right leg up, the right leg. Draw it in towards your chest. Hold it here, hovering. And then step the foot forward as you pivot your left foot to parallel with the back of the mat, setting up for warrior on this side, warrior one on this side, warrior two. Rise up, arms come up Warrior two. Sorry, I've had a really long day, so my words are not flowing today. Okay, so we're in warrior two. Find your stance, feel strong here. Then flip the front palm and reach up. As you reach back with your left hand to your left thigh or waist, or wrap your hand around your right hip. Coming into exalted warrior. And then pivot your arms back to warrior two. Just for a couple of breaths. And straighten your front knee. Reach forward and open up for triangle pose on this side. Maybe looking up at your left hand toward the ceiling. And then bring your left hand down to the mat. Right hand comes to the outside of the right foot. And planting your left hand, if this is acceptable for you, otherwise you can stay in triangle. Inhale your left arm open, coming into a twisted triangle. Right hand comes back down. Pivot your, cartwheel your arms back to warrior two. Then raise your arms as you pivot the back foot, making your way into high crescent lunge once again. And step the back foot in to about 18 inches from the front foot. Hands come to your hips, setting up for pyramid pose. So both feet are facing the front of the mat. And fold forward from the hips, flat back. So your torso is parallel with the mat. And then allow your torso to make its way down. Hands come to the shins, ankles, or floor. Just let your neck relax. Front knee has a slight or good or big bend, depending on what feels right. Then walking your hands forward just a couple of inches. Raise your left leg up, coming into standing splits on this side. And then bending the standing knee, bring your left knee behind your right. Option to bring your hands to heart center for a balance pose. And then hands come back down. Lower your left foot to meet your right and slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time. Reach up, palms together. Take a little back bend. Come on back to center, hands to heart. Savasana. And today, for balance, we're just going to do a regular old tree. So find your mountain pose. Feeling really planted through your feet. Feel yourself growing roots out of your feet, energetic roots into the ground. Then shift the weight into your right leg, feeling really grounded through that whole side of your body. And lift the kneecap, engage the quadricep. Hands can come to heart center. Just draw your left knee up, turn it out to the side, and bring your foot to your calf or your thigh, wherever it would like to go. Finding your tree pose. Finding your drishti, your unmoving spot. And if you'd like, you can grow your branches. And if you're you're having trouble with balancing like I am today, draw your attention to your core, drawing your belly button towards your spine. Engaging the core can really help balance. And bring your hands back to heart center. Release your right leg. Shift your weight over into your left leg. Shift your weight over into your left leg. And again, grow your roots through that left leg, all the way down the side of your body. Find yourself energetically connecting with the earth. And then lift the kneecap. Engage the quadricep. Draw the belly button toward the spine. And then raise your right leg and bring that foot to your calf or thigh. But avoiding the knee. Find your unmoving spot. Find your stillness. And then if you'd like, raising your arms up for branches. Bring your hands back to heart center. Release your foot. Step your feet out to the side a little bit and take a few empty coat sleeves. And I thought it would be interesting to hold the tree a little bit more than is comfortable just to see how it goes. Finding the edge, as they say. And just allowing your hands to tap your body. I've been watching some Qigong YouTube videos, and this is one of the exercises they do. I didn't realize it was a Qigong thing, but it totally makes sense. I had learned it from Kripalu teachers. And come to stillness. Step your feet together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Hands to the mat. Step back to tabletop. And then sit back into child's pose. Reaching your arms forward, forehead on the mat. And if your forehead on the mat is not accessible, you can always stack your fists. And walk your hands back towards your knees. And we're going to do that fascia stretching pose, the thunderbolt pose. So for those of you who've done this before, you know what to expect. For those of you who are new to this, you'll tuck your toes. You can come forward and tuck your toes, and then sit back on your heels with your toes tucked under. And it's excruciating the first time you do it. But the more you do it, the easier it gets, to the point where it's no big deal. And what this does is stretch out the fascia, the connective tissue on the bottom of your feet, which runs the entire length of your body. So it can help with migraines, back pain, shoulder pain, all sorts of things. So if it feels too uncomfortable, you can always back off of this as needed, but I encourage you to keep coming back to it. So even if you need to back off, but then come back to it. Finding your edge. And the first time you do this, the edge is pretty close. So if you'd like, you can bring your hands behind your back, reach back. Maybe lift the hands off the back and lift the chest up. Adding to the pressure on your toes. And then release your hands, roll forward and tap the tops of your feet on the mat, which is kind of like a little reward for that. And then walk your hands back so that you're sitting on your heels with the tops of your feet flat on the mat. And that also it's really good. That's a nice counter pose to Thunderbolt. And then bring your legs out in front of you, coming into staff pose, sitting up tall, feet flexed, hands by your side. Feeling your calves and hamstrings active in this pose. Crown of your head's reaching up. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come to your shins, ankles or toes. And draw the top of your head forward towards your feet. And then rise back up. Bring your legs out onto a wide angle. Again, feet flexed. Begin to walk your hands forward, coming into a wide angle, seated forward fold. And let your neck relax. Feeling a stretch along the backs of your legs. Maybe walking your fingers forward a little bit more if that works for you. And then walking your hands back towards your body. Bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Square off toward that left leg and inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, grabbing onto the foot, ankle or shin. Draw the top of your head towards your foot, stretch. And rise back up. Switch legs, extending the right leg and bringing the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Square your torso towards your right leg and then inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Taking the same stretch on this side. Grabbing your foot, ankle or shin. Drawing the top of your head towards your foot. And then letting your neck relax. Rise back up. Make your way onto your back. So with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Bring your head, interlace your fingers and bring your hands behind your head. We're going to do yogic bicycles here. So you'll bring your shins parallel to the ground and then lift up and draw your left elbow to your right knee and then come all the way back to the ground, coming back to that original position, shins parallel to the ground, and then come up, left knee to right elbow and all the way back down, right elbow, right knee to left elbow, and down, and left knee to right elbow, and down. And we'll take a few of these, always returning to a flat back with the arms against the mat so that we're not working from momentum, but rather core. So we'll just take a few of these and opening the elbows out each time too. drawing them in just when you're bringing them to your knees. And we'll do one more set. It's hard to talk while doing this. Okay, and then hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock side to side. Okay, and then, let's see. Oh, cross your right knee over your left. Arms come out to the side. Let both legs fall over to your right side. Look out over your left arm, taking a twisted leg supine twist here. If this is too uncomfortable having your legs twisted, you can always untwist them and just have your knees touching. And then knees back to center. Switch them so that your left knee is now coming over your right knee and draw them both over to your left side. Look out over your right arm. And again, always option to untwist your legs if it's feeling too uncomfortable, because this does add a lot of pressure to different points in your legs. And then bring your knees back to center. Extend your legs long. Come up onto your forearms, setting up for a fish pose. So you can take modified fish, just having your arms along your sides and letting your head relax parallel to the mat. Or for full fish, bring your hands palms down under your sacrum, your lower back, and draw your forearms under your torso. Then bring your head back, aiming to get the top of your head onto the mat. So you need to lift the chest up and point your toes, coming into fish pose, or destroyer of all diseases pose. Just for a few breaths. And then come on down, lift your hips up, release your arms out if they're under. And reach your arms overhead, taking a full body stretch, drawing your feet away from your hands, stretching in opposite directions. And then draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug and rock from side to side. And if you'd like, you can take a happy laughing baby here, grabbing your big toes or the outsides of your feet and rocking side to side. Really nice massage on your back as you gently rock side to side. And then come to stillness. Release your legs long, feet apart, arms out by your sides. And allow yourself to completely relax into the mat. And if you're feeling any tightness, you can move your jaw side to side. And then let it relax. Maybe draw your shoulders together in front of you, and then let them relax. Move your head side to side. And then just allow yourself to completely melt into the mat. We'll take a 4-minute savasana, and I'll bring you out with my voice. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle your ankles and wrists. Move your head from side to side. And take a full body stretch. Hug your knees in toward your chest. Giving yourself a little hug. And gently rolling over to your favorite side, coming into a fetal position. We are all so deeply interconnected. We have no option but to love all. Be kind and do good for anyone, and that will be reflected. The ripples of the kind heart are the highest blessings of the universe. Amit Ray. When you're ready, you can begin to make your way back up to an easy seated position. And bringing your hands together at heart center, take a moment to thank yourself for showing up on the mat today. And if you set an intention in the beginning of the class, you can take a moment to reflect on it. Bring your thumb knuckles up to the center of your forehead, seat of the third eye and center of intuition and knowledge. The light and love in me honors and respects and sees the light and love and the entire universe in all of you. Thank you for being here today. Namaste. Thank you.